Okay, we will start with Subodh. Kumar, can you keep time?
Yes, 1 second, Subodh.
Yes, Subodh.
Yes, you may start, Subodh.
Okay, so good morning, gentlemen. My lecture topic is India as a defense manufacturing hub. So we know that India having the world's third largest standing army according to the SIPRI report for almost 14.4 lakh active personals, and as well as we stands in the defense as a defense biggest importer of defense after Saudi Arabia. We import the defense equipments from USA, Russia, and Israel. With Russia, we have a very close relations regarding to the defense import, because we recently we have given the order to import the assault rifles AK-203 rifles, and then we have also imported the S-400 defense missile systems. Not only that, most of the defense equipments of India is based on Russian hardware, as well as the fighter jets, that is the MiG-29, and all those fighter jets are belong to Russia. But we did not think about to develop these technologies in our India, and India is lacking behind in these technologies. But now it is not there. When the government gave the message of Atmanirbharta, so we started developing those technologies, because the Ordnance Factory Board, then the Hindustan Aeronautics Limited, then Bharat Electronics Limited. These companies are working very hard, and it is the one of the top 100 most top. It is in the top 100 list in the defense manufacturing industries, and it is very remarkable achievement for India. In 2011, India exported its submarine to Mauritius, as well as in the 2015 deal, India agreed to export its torpedo missiles to Thailand, Vietnam, and Sri Lanka, and we did it. And now I will give the current example, that is the Philippines. The Philippines is our first exporter to the BrahMos missiles, because we signed a deal with Philippines to export the BrahMos missiles, and the Malaysia is in line to export the BrahMos missiles, though the talks are ongoing. For the biggest achievements is we have to become self-reliant. We have to develop these technologies in our India, then only we will flourish. Because most of us, what we are doing, we are simply consuming 45 to 45% of it, and rest of it we are importing. No, lots of technologies are foreign based. So what how it will impact India? So if India will depend on the other nations, so in the war zone
Last
zone,
3-0.
it will be difficult for India to tackle such situations. So lastly, I want to conclude that, and according to my opinion, I think that self-reliant India is one of the best examples, because we can see the situation in Ukraine. Ukraine depends only on the NATO nations, and now Ukraine sees the consequences of it. And the second thing is that we have to develop this technology by eliminating the brain drain, because we are simply losing our new talents who are literally contribute to our country in a very good manner. So we have to eliminate it. Thank you.
Okay, good Subodh. Ukraine's example is apt. We cannot depend upon unreliable world today. We saw how Ukraine was helpless when Russia finally attacked, and there was nobody coming forward to really pronounce that yes, we are there with you. NATO and US kept on assuring that we are with you, but nobody has really helped in that sense which Ukraine was anticipating. That is a problem. Japan is also waking up, because Japan was under that impression, though 5 6 years back only they started realizing it, but today the voice is raising high. What will be the scenario if the world was wanting others not to go for nuclear arsenals, and those who are already having? We are seeing a classic example. Ukraine was capable of having nuclear arsenals, but they trusted the world, especially the Western world, that is NATO and US, and now suffering. And this is where the world is divided, have and have nots in terms of nuclear capability. So, fortunately, first in 1974 and then in 1998, we had our nuclear capability declared, and that is a saving grace in future. Okay, but defense equipments, very, very relevant subject, and we need to stop importing and start exporting in near future. Recent example of BrahMos, Philippines has ordered, that is a turning point in our modern history now. Okay, who is there next? Kumar?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Subodh, keep time.
Yes, sir. Then you can start.
Okay. So good morning, friends. Today I will talk on important topic, which is social media. So we all know that social media is one of the important platforms where the people interact as well as they share the information, and the lots of communities come up together to organize some events and so on. So we see that why social media is important in today's scenario, because with the uh, growing technology, the social media has played a vital role in bringing good events as well as bad events in our community. For example, we can take that now there are deliberately three to four popular websites or social media like Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube and Instagram. So we can say that these forums or platforms have brought people together and have also effectively managed to help the people in the corona pandemic. Either it is via the educational instructions, or through the mode of online payments. The other side is that it has also affected in various ways, like it has brought down the social fabric of getting interacting people in the physically, and also it has consumed a lot of time of the people in the online medium. So we can say that there are good points as well as bad points for the social media. One of the drastic points of the social media is that once there were the sometimes the people or the terrorists who were very inhuman also live feed their attacks which they do on the humans or the public places. For example, in France, it happened in a few years back where one terrorist live feeded the whole action of his mutiny. So we can say that this devastating impacts on social media is to be brought down, and it is very harmful for the people under 18 and for people of higher ages who are sensitive to these kind of contents. So we can say that social media is very effective because, as I already said, in the pandemic, the YouTube has
Last 30 seconds.
deliberately affected and has deliberately benefited the students from the online classes, as well as the Google Meets, as well as the Zoom meetings have also helped the companies as well as the students across the world. So we can say that lastly, that social media, if it is good, it is also bad. So it depends on the users how to use it. The government is now
Time
trying to
up.
bring the some of the changes, like for the YouTubes we have the COPA, which is the Online Protection Act for the childrens. So we see that the contents are managed accordingly, and people also must be aware what are the bad effects of the social media. Thank you.
Okay, good, Kumar. And social media pros and cons are very important. We need to understand, especially the side effects which are likely in near future. They are cause of worry. But today, even from war zone, social media is helping us. There are some problem areas too. But when someone is stuck somewhere and a distress call through social media is given, that is a great connectivity. People can respond. Like earlier, it was few journalists and few reporting people who could give the information. Today, there are freelancers, and individual is also a reporter. That is the beauty of this connectivity and social media platforms. Today, Facebook or Twitter or WhatsApp is also a strong media from where you get information and you are connected to the entire world, because within a click of a button and few seconds, you are passing a message with lightning speed. And this is a boost and a very positive thing that you are not isolated. At times, in a crisis situation, this faster media or communication arena helps us to solve the problems, to connect to the people. The people who are stuck in Ukraine are gaining that confidence that world is reaching out and we are being helped. You imagine when the internet is switched off for some reasons, people are not now used to that kind of routine. If you are away from internet for 24 hours, you will find yourself uneasy. It is not easy. But the side effects, these we will discuss in relevant topics, but side effects are very, very dangerous. The addiction or getting too used to these machines is going to be a very, very dangerous phenomena which already started proving that we are enjoying the company of this artificial machineries, but we are not comfortable with human beings. That is a big, big, shocking environment coming up. People may not be liking even family's company in future. That is a big problem. Okay, who is ready?
Jain sir.
Sir Tejas.
Okay, we'll go with Gurjan Saab and then Tejas. Kumar, keep time.
Yes, sir. Sir, you may start.
Thank you, sir. Good morning, sir, and my dear friends. In conclusion of Tokyo Olympic 2020 brought immense joy in the nation. India won first gold medal in track and field events, and total 7 medals were won, which marks India's best score in Olympic. As India is doing good in sports, providing good infrastructure and coaching by the government agencies, and also many of sponsors company are spending too much money on sports. So friends, next 2 to 3 minutes, we are going to discuss about sponsorship in sports. So, sports sponsorship can be defined as exchanging money or product for the right to associate a brand or product with the sporting events. Basically, the company of manufacturing of sports good and products are investing money and promoting their product, investing in sports event and on the players or sportsmen. So, as per the report, cricket is a major source of growth in sponsorship, as many sponsors company conduct event by spending huge money. As we have seen that the T20 cricket is totally sponsored game in our country with the huge amount of money. And many of digital sponsored program as making ads and promoting products, sports product, and many of product by the many of our popular players. Uh, some of good advantage of this sponsorship. By the sponsorship, it is promoting sports event, encouraging the youth towards sports, and also with the help of sponsors company or brands, they are providing good facility to the sportsmanship, giving good training and infrastructure. And at the same time, there are some issue with sponsorship. By depending on more sponsorship, it leads to our business. The business is coming in the sports is not good. It is totally dealing like a business in the sports, or it impacting on performance of the sportsmanship, and also performance of the players. As we've seen that the Indian cricket team, the performance of the Indian cricket team is different in T20 or in the other tournaments. So it is due to huge dependency on sponsorship and influencing of sponsorship. And another thing is due to sponsorship, many of our players going to other fields in Bollywood and others. It is also diverting our sports mindset. So we should work on this with some solutions. We should give some alternate solution to control the sponsorship with the limit, and also by making the policies. And we should also uh, provide good infrastructure to our players or teams by our public funds, or by giving allocation of fund by the government, so that the sponsorship or dependency of sponsorship can be diverted. So, in lastly, I conclude, to development of good sports in our country, we have to work towards giving good infrastructure, facility, and we should make some policies which can control the sponsorship and money influence from the other side. Then we can conduct fair and free sports within the country. Thank you.
Okay, Gurjan Saab, good. Sports and sponsorship. Money is required, there is no doubt. We had a classic example when we have infrastructure or institutionalization of sponsorship. Neeraj Chopra, when government really worked on him with a target that 4 years of professional training and coaching and giving infrastructure, putting him in right place, and result is there. That is the impact of sponsoring or creating that infrastructure. But too much of money flowing into it or from private players, there are some side problems. We need a sports person coming up either with the state funds or through an institutionalized setup. When there are private players coming in, then there will be vested interest too. And too much of commercialization, what Gurjan Saab was saying, will kill the sportsman spirit. We need to remember that sportsmanship was promoted for the human values, fighting spirit, cooperation, camaraderie. These are the value system. So sports is there to supplement human values, not that it is only an entertaining thing. No, you see, a sports person is a very lively fellow with too many good value systems because of sports. But if it is too much commercialized or money oriented or some kind of other targets in mind, the sports virtues will get killed. That is a problem. Okay, who is ready next? Tejas. Gurjan Saab, keep time.
Yes, sir. Tejas, you may start.
Good morning, everyone. Today, my topic for lecturette is e-voting pros and cons. So we have seen our election system evolving from paper ballots to electronic voting machines, and now with the evolvement of technology every day, we are looking forward to have online access to the voting system. So we have seen that uh, how electronic voting machines have provided an edge over the paper ballots. Though we also can consider electronic voting machine as a part of e-voting system, but it is not completely considered e-voting because it is not directly enabling citizens to sit at their home places and vote and look for the accuracy and the things to the persons they have voted. So there are certain advantages of the things which will be completely going uh, online. uh, we have considering a technology of blockchain in particularly implementing the voting system, and there are various countries have already started implementing it on pilot basis. For example, Russia and Japan have launched some pilot projects. Also, India have launched one pilot project in association with IIT Madras in the Telangana state to check the viability of this voting system. So this voting system comes with a very promising advantages, and some of them are that because of these voting e-voting, there has seen an percent increase in voter turnout. It is providing accessibility to the various remote places which have geographical barriers. Also, some disabled persons and age-old voters which are find difficult to travel to certain distance and put their physical vote. So it will be reduced. And also, we have seen that there are lazy attitudes in the minds of citizens when it comes to the voting place. voting day, we see that we consider it as a holiday, and many of our voters, because of laziness only, don't go for voting. So it will be that it will be improving accessibility and voter turnout. Second is that we have seen there are various cases of physical tampering in case of paper ballots, and also we have seen accusation problems of electronic voting machines, some device faults. So with this e-voting, it could always all be reduced and the accuracy could be increased further. There will be increased in efficiency and counting of votes. So we see a lot of human resources involved in this process, and we see various setups to be built in before the election to be
Last
carried
30
out.
seconds.
Will be improving efficiency. Also, it will be bringing transparency and auditability. The blockchain technology will help users to verify their vote, casted vote. The disadvantages could be that though blockchain technology is promising and it uses a unique digital signature, but it is it is an technology based, so it is always vulnerable to hacking. So we cannot compromise on this part. Also, government cannot
Timer.
solely the whole issue, and there will be involvement of third party in the transaction, so that so it could lead to third parties interest, and there could be disadvantages in this part. Also, if we talk about India's particularly, then it will require a huge technological setup, and currently in a situation in India does not permit. So in the conclusion, I feel e-voting could be very promising in the near future, but currently our situation does not allow us, and we should be focusing more and more on improving our election system through electronic voting machines only. Thank you.
Okay, good, very relevant topic in times to come, because we spend too much on our election process. E voting, there are some pros and cons. Pros are, yes, ease of voting is a pros. You see on some kind of sites, when you give opinion or some kind of reality shows, you give your choice and opinion and sometimes ratings, how easily it is possible. As we are getting advanced, we are busy in our lives, fast tracked life. On election day, there are many people who are reluctant to go to queues on election booths. That is the biggest problem, and that is how we see voting 60%, 65% as a very comfortable and maximum voting. But is it correct? No. If 40% people are out of election process, that is a very very bad example. It is not correct complete democracy. So firstly, in order to get all these people on board, probably we have to go for mixed kind of setups. Those who can reach the booth, yes, that is to be open. Second is, if someone is comfortable from home through the electronic voting, yes, why not? The cons is the fear of tampering or some kind of malware, virus, hacking. So this fear has to go. Government has to ensure the transparency and convince the people that this is also a safe mode of voting. But what about booth capturing? That used to happen. Today media is alert, social media is strong, so that is now transparent. Anybody can click something going wrong. Similarly, we need transparency and the faith. Okay, Renuka, ready?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Tejas, keep time.
Yes, you can start, Renuka.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. For today, my lecture topic is honor killing. Um, as we are progressing towards a new and developed and modern country, as a modern country, as a developed country, but still there are many social issues that are not dealt yet today also, and there are many laws to protect these, but still it exists and are prevalent in many parts of our country. One of them is honor killing. We have after more than National Commission for Women was established, and they it was proposed that honor killing by the Khap panchayats is illegal, and Supreme Court also issued a judgment over it, that it is absolutely illegal and it is their own choice of the person to marry or choose anyone. Still, India has registered more than 200 cases of the honor killing every year. Honor killing is a shame killing, or we can say a homicide, which is done by the family or the panchayat or society, um, on the belief, on the belief that and mostly on the women that it is that they have the pride to kill someone if they go against their whatever the rules and regulations they have made for the society. Some of which are like if a woman or a girl is murdered or murdered most probably for the reason that if she chooses a person as her own or as her life partner. It's a patriarchal society where these kind of problems exist, and hence girls, women, and most, men also go through this kind of harsh reality. So the reasons I think for the honor killing that it's still prevalent in our society is first of all the mentality of the people of looking towards and not accepting the choice, right to choice of any individual person. Second will be the lack of governance, as there's many remote areas are still present in India that where the proper governance is not there, and hence the most of the decisions are made by the panchayats, or we can say the khap panchayats. Khap panchayats are nothing but the panchayats who are dominated by a particular caste creed or caste or creed, which only look after that particular society, and hence can take these type of illegal decisions as well, which can even roll up to someone's life. Sex ratio and illiteracy are one of the
30 seconds.
again factors which hence contribute to this kind of situations arising. As we know that these are some of the reasons that that are leading towards it, there are still some um, solution for it, but there's a hence it is a long way around. As we know that these kind of social issues happen in our society, and these are mostly because of the mindset of the people, which cannot be changed overnight, and hence we should try
Time
to
up.
at least evolve them, and as we know that it will not happen overnight, but evolving them is a main priority, and it can be only done to the people, most importantly the people to people contact, and make sure that more stricter norms are assured so that we can suppress it as much as possible. So hence it's the responsibility of people, not only the government but of the people also, to change it, and hence build not just a modern world but a safer world also. Thank you.
Okay, Renuka. Good. Content wise, never an issue. 2 points. Just review whenever you pick up card. Is it a tendency to go for first topic? Just check. Maybe a coincidence. Many a times it is comfortable, but if it is little casual approach or not a complete review of entire card, just check. Okay, Renuka.
Yes, sir.
Second is some kind of energy or intrinsic uh, josh, which is really missing nowadays. Content will be always good if someone is prepared, but there are some emotive values and that energy which should not be missing, because slowly you are practicing and it may become habit. Renuka, you need to come out of that. Okay,
Yes, sir.
it is sounding off late that little lack of motivation. Just forget. Every day is a new opportunity, and at times in student days, one feels that justice is not done to my preparation or my talent, or probably I will not be able to get through. These kind of feelings one need to just overcome. This part of life. Suppose a couple of times many students here have faced SSB and not sure whether it is there in our destiny or not. So what? You are trying, your attempts are your sincere endeavor, but then during preparation phase, keep faith that probably there is enough opportunity that I am still making it. So one or two or three, four chances, whatever is there with different students, my sincere appeal is don't lose hope, because there are many students every day are clearing the SSBs or other exams in their very late attempts, 6th, 7th, 5th, 4th, or like the other day, Nikita was going, uh, 5 times already appeared. It plays on mind. I understand the emotive things. But then who can help ourselves? We are the best friends. We need to understand कि okay, that little smile, maybe a pushed one, it is required on everybody's part. This is a challenging phase. Youth, till the time you get settled in your life, in your dream job, is a challenging phase. Like Vikas is appearing in another interview today, he is already placed. But this is how life is, at least till you are 30, whatever. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes, Kumar. See, motivation, if possible, when I say this is a personality development, intrinsic motivation, if you can develop, you will help yourself in your future life. This is today a very easy life, student's life, which you may not agree. But let me tell you, another 10 years down the line, you will feel that was much more easy life because you are responsible for yourself, barring one or two students who may be taking more responsibility. But today your responsibility is revolving around your own career, your own preparation, your own schedule. You are not looking after 5 6 lives. So prepare yourself for tougher days. And if tougher days don't come, it will be bonus. If tougher days comes, you will be helped. So intrinsic motivation. Don't rely on outer motivation or the external motivation. Okay, who is next?
Sir, I am.
Next.
Sanjeevani, and then Omkar. Okay, Renuka, keep time.
Sir,
Yes, sir.
Amruta's the last one.
Yes, yes, Amruta, you will be there. We'll go with Sanjeevani.
Yes, sir.
You may start.
Okay. Good morning to all. Today my lecture topic is privatization in India. Uh, Post independence, India had adopted a very conservative economy that was predictably shut to the outside world. But as the time went, when leaders and economics reorganization, the need to be a merge with the global economy. So in 1991, India went through some very major economic reforms. Let us focus on one such aspect of the reforms is privatization in India. In 1991, India made some major policy change in their economic ideologies. There was a stringent and slow growth in economy. To tackle those problems, then finance minister Dr. Manmohan Singh introduced some major economic reforms. Now we call it the liberations of the Indian economy and the LPG reforms. Privatization has a very bold meaning of the economy. Everything that arrange reform range from the introduction of private companies. So, say selling government assets to transaction to a private company. Private economy. Private companies also have a better incentive than public companies. In a public companies, there is a lot of politicians interference. This may discuss the company from taking economical beneficial decision. However, a private company will not lead politicians factor affect their performance. In public companies, at a time, the government can only think about the upcoming election. So their goals may be a short terms in the product of trying to gain favor of the voting publics. but the private companies does not have such restriction. They have long term goals and ambitions, and set the company in the right direction. So lastly, I want to conclude that privatization is important because it is boost
Last 30 seconds.
uh, up the employment opportunity and eliminate the impact of unemployment, and will contribute to develop of nation at the faster rate as it will maintaining the burden on the government agencies. Thank you.
As we are aiming for greater economy, a superpower status, we are perforce required to go for privatization because we cannot have too many liabilities on us, especially on government. That is a issue. Good, Sanjivani. Things are improving. You are now going on a natural thoughts and communication is improving. Okay, good. Continuing with my previous talk, which I was talking about your motivation. See, take from me what I understand. You all are very, very good. You all are patriotic. You all are sincere, and that is why this class you are attending or this session you are attending, this also requires volunteer motivation. You are there on your own. Nobody is uh, attracting you or nobody is really compelling you, but this is good sign that you all are interested in shaping your future and personality. There is one line which is generally written in the good officers ACR. Like when I got to read my first ACR, ACR is annual credential confidential report. So in that annual report, when the commanding officer write or your own immediate boss writes, so in that if a line is written that this particular officer I would like him to be part of my team in war, this is the biggest line which is written for good officers. So hypothetically, if today Ukraine like situation happens in India, you all will be part of that team. Suppose we are also required to fight, and if with whatever experience I have, and if I am required to fight from civil streets, probably you all are there in the team. You all are having that kind of personality, patriotic zeal, the kind of team spirit. It is there. So it is matter of just clicking on that particular day. Yes, Kumar, I mean it from bottom of my heart. You all are there. So just believe in yourself. A day will come and you will be just entering into a dream world. Don't lose hope. Okay. We'll go to Mukesh Saab. Maybe he must be in hurry because he's already serving. Mukesh Saab.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Sanjuni, keep time.
Yes, sir. Sir, you can start.
Okay, thank you. Good morning, sir, and my dear friends. You know, diversification of our country make it unique. Yes, friends, we have different type of culture and tradition, and also we have imbalance monsoon. Due to this, we had to face some of part drought and some part floods. Yes, friend, today's my topic is National Interlinking River Authority. What is the National Interlinking River Authority? It is nothing but it will replace the existing National Water Development Agency that was established by our former Prime Minister Indira Gandhi in 1982. And other one is it will also have power to raise fund, and it will coordinate with neighboring countries and concerned state, and also it will have power to resolve the issue related to the environment and wildlife and forest clearance. And other one is it will also have the power to set up a special purpose vehicle for individual linking project. Why we need to the that type of authority? First, our country depends on monsoon rains, and that are erratic as well as regional imbalance. Due to this, we have to face different type of problem. And other one is interlinking the river. we can use the surplus water for the agriculture sector. Other one is it also can help them mitigate the effect of drought and floods. Other one is it also generate the employment and ecological benefits and hydropower generation. We can set up more. But friends, we have some challenges in this project. First one is the project threatens to the natural ecology of the rivers, and other one is the proposed dam could threaten the forest of the Himalayas, and other one is also impact the functioning of the monsoon system, and other one is effect on the climate change, and it is estimated the river interlinking will be huge fiscal burden on the government. And the most important concern is it is estimated that the network of the canals expanding to about 15,000 kilometer would displacement about around 5.5 million people, mostly tribal and farmers. But friend, we have solution of it. We can use the sustainable way like rainwater harvesting and should we promote. And other one is we should adopt the new technology of agriculture sector and encouragement of the fast adopting of the organic farming.
Time
Friends, I
up.
would conclude my topic with it is the good step taken by our government, and it will also help to the farmer as well as the citizen. Thank you, Jain.
Okay, good Mukesh sir. Water and oxygen and the environmental balance, these are very important connections. We were long time waiting for this interlinking of river, but there are some environment issues. Only observation is use of word other than. Okay, Mukesh sir, you used more times. So
Yes,
connecting
Abhishek.
between 2 points, you can have different ways of connecting. Okay.
Ji, sir.
Okay, we will go to now.
So, Abhaya, yeah.
Abhaya is also there. Okay, Omkar is there. Amruta is there. Okay, Abhaya, go on.
Okay.
Um, Mukesh, up keep time.
Sir. Abhaya, you can start.
Okay. So, good morning, everyone. My today's lecture topic is wildlife protection. Wildlife, like a trees, is also domestical asset that not only they help to maintain the economical balance, but also the benefits from the financial recruitment and the distant point of the perspective, there was a time when number of the wild animals was quite large, when human interest francis was minimum, and there was no issue with their safety or conservation. But now the development of farming and settlement of industrial and other developments activities and primary sectors, so man's gained the number of the wild animals and gradually decreased. So first point is reforestation. So deforestation also a major cause of wildlife loss. Mass murder of the wild animals are taking place all over the globe for their meat, bones, fur, teeth, hair, skin, and etc. The need of conservation of wildlife has also become a necessity now. The wildlife preservation do not imply the blanket protection for all the specific of fauna and flora. The it it means adequate suicide of the control over the multiplications of the crops and animals that communicate to provide a suitable atmosphere for the man and houses man house every life for the rest today. So, will the world national must be the very specific in the term and wildlife conservation. The amount of the wildlife is remains day by decrease day by day. World wildlife found in a global organization that does preservation job of the encouraging wildlife protection, and national agencies are also involving in the wildlife conservation. So step towards to wildlife conservation is to to stay and revolve wild animals data in particular the amount and development of the wildlife.
and protection animals against the natural harassment. Lastly, I just want to say wildlife conservation is necessary for all the suitable development, and various efforts have been made to
Last 3 seconds.
international and international level. Thank you.
Okay, Abhaya, you can use full time, 3 minutes. Yeah, 30 seconds more were there. It's okay.
Yes, sir.
Wildlife, if human beings take pride that we are controlling the entire Mother Earth and we can actually enslave any animal, but then we should be responsibly behaving. We should be taking care of these all animals and flora and fauna in general, because that is how our role will be complete. And of late things are improving. People are now realizing the environmental concern and the entire living beings concern. All kinds of animals like Bengal tigers, we are now raising the strength. It is again coming back, improving things, and all other species also. Okay, good. Amruta, ready?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Abhaya, keep time.
Yes, sir. Amrita, you can start.
Okay, thank you. Good morning, everyone. Today's my lecture topic is chocolate. Chocolate is a food product made from the roasted and ground cocoa pods that is available as a liquid, solid, or paste on its own or as a flavoring agent in other foods. Cocoa has been consumed in some from since at least the Olmec civilization means 19th to 11th century BCE, and the majority of Mesoamerican people, including the Maya and Aztecs, made the chocolate beverages. Chocolate is one of the most popular food types and flavor in the world, and many foodstuffs involving chocolate exist, particularly desserts including cake, pudding, mousse, chocolate brownies, and chocolate chips cookies. Although cocoa originated in America, West African countries, particularly Cote d'Ivoire and Ghana, are the leading producers of cocoa in 21st century, accounting for accounting for some 60% of the world's cocoa supply, with some 2 million children involved in the farming of cocoa in West Africa. Child slavery and trafficking were major concerns in 2018 and continue to be. International attempts to improve conditions for children were doomed to failure because of persistent poverty, absence of school, increasing world cocoa demand, and more intensive farming of cocoa, and continued exploitation of child labor. The history of chocolate consumers are began after the First and Second World War because chocolate is used to give to the soldier as it is a quick energy source. It contains more carbohydrates and glucose, which gives instant energy. And when soldier couldn't get food for a few days, were they will have chocolates with them. Now, after the World War, chocolate in this increased chocolate industry for the World War was in big trouble. So they made chocolate as a dessert or something which we express with the happiness. But the real case is chocolate should be consumed in a limited amount because it make our hunger less towards our daily meals. Thank you so much for listening to me. That's all for today.
Okay, good Amruta. Interesting topic. Chocolate, rightly brought out in armed forces in high altitude area or area where fresh food may or may not reach timely. This is a very reliable food along with Maggie. Maggie and chocolates are there. Cadbury is one of the company which must have really done justice to the promotion of chocolates. But yes, what Amruta was highlighting, limited quantity is okay, because otherwise it will lead to some teeth related issues or other diseases. Okay, good. This group is bringing balance for a lot of topics. I think two are remaining. Shweta is also there. Sorry, I missed her name. Omkar is there. Anyone else? Okay, who is ready?
So me.
Sir, I'm ready.
Okay, both are ready. We'll go with Omkar
Yes.
and then Shweta last. Okay, Amruta, keep time.
Can I start?
Okay, someone else to keep time.
Sir,
So
I'll
I
Sir,
will
I'll
give.
keep.
Okay.
Okay, Subodh, you can keep.
okay. You can start.
Okay. Good morning, sir, and my dear friends. As we see, India is rich in cultural heritage and different kinds of crafts and handcrafts. Today, my lecture topic is handicraft, Indian handicrafts. The art of handicrafting is deeply rooted in the lap of Indian history. The tradition goes back to the 5000 BC, when handicrafts used to revolve around religion. Around 3000 BC, during the Indus Valley civilization, several forms of arts and crafts originated, which can be founded in museum today. The Vedic age experienced a significant development in crafts, which kept evolving in the spheres of textiles, stone, metals, painting, poetry, and wood. By the help of this raw material, different handcrafts are made, and this is all over world famous handcrafts made in India. The the handcrafts are comes under the Ministry of Textiles that promote the handcrafts, development of Commissionary of India, having processing material by hand with hand tools. The result can be helpful thing or decorative things. The material utilization in the project are natural, industrial process, or maybe recycled. So the handcraft is totally different for our uh, our industrial products. It is having their different time. The model of products are ancient, revised tradition, or fashionable. The handicraft is deeply frozen in the society and contribute to preserving and sending our tradition. In their products, crafts transfer an area of their culture, heritage in idea, form, material, and work away similar as the own value, philosophy, life, fashion, and self-image. Craftsman people jointly clothe the artisans, possess the technical data and material of that craft that can save our decade of lives and glorify the life of self and other also. There is
Last 30
a
seconds.
different handcrafts are famous. The the handcrafts are famous. The woodworks and the in Aurangabad, Himru Shal and Pishima Shal in Kashmir, woodwork in Punjab, poetry work in Uttar Pradesh, Himachal Pradesh, leather work in Madhya Pradesh,
Time up.
jutis in West Bengal, and shells in Odisha are the famous one. Lastly, I just want to conclude that the effect of industrial revolution is somehow in the handcrafts products, but the the own originality of handcraft is still remaining. The many of people uh, uh, denying the industrial products and go towards the handicraft. Thank you.
Good, Omkar. I think we have not done justice as a country to our handicraft. Indian handicraft is not known to the world. We need to really professionally approach towards it. Our tribal areas will will be surprised to see what kind of items they can make. We need to promote, we need to bring this talent to the forefront. Indian handicraft, few things are known and we discuss, but we need to give a professional touch to it. A corporate kind of philosophy has to come in it, but it is not yet. So maybe in times to come things will improve and we will showcase that, commercialize it in a better way, and will give justice to the handicraft. We are known for it. Like African countries, there are so many beautiful handicrafts. So is with our rural and tribal areas especially. Okay, Shweta, I think last speaker. Omkar, keep time.
Shall I start?
Yes, you can start now.
Okay, good morning everyone. This is me Shweta Singh and today I am going to speak on the topic food wastage. Well, there was this one time when my friend walked in with a double filled fish burger and an iced coffee in her hand. She took one bite and then she threw it away. I asked her, "Why did you throw it away?" She said, "It tasted bad." And I thought, oh well, at least the garbage could have the nice McDonald breakfast. But then I was brought back to a moment last year when I had the opportunity to serve the food to underprivileged children who are suffering from malnutrition. I could see the pain were enduring from not only their visible ribs and dangerously skinny figure, but their white, distinct eye. It was so painful to see them in that condition. But the moment they ate the food, their face light up with a such smile I had never seen before. It was amazing. It gave me a sense of joy I had never felt in my entire life. Let me ask you a question. Before you throw your food away, do you ever consider the number of people dying from starvation every breathing minute? Probably not. Let me tell you something. Did you know that a estimate 1.3 billion ton of food is wasted globally each year, which is also one third of all the food produced for human consumption? The money wasted on this food add up to 2.6 trillion US dollar, which is more than enough to feed all the 815 million hunger people in the world today, and four times over 815 million people. Can you believe it? While we are here happily snacking away on KFC and Starbucks, there was millions of people around the world going one day without food. But I am not here today to regurgitate the statistics online proving the food wastage in a real problem, because I know that you are aware that it is a real problem. I am here to reach out your heart and not logic to tell you that you have to stop wasting food, stop depriving someone of a chance to growing. Some stop placing your desire at the cost of someone else's future or even life. Throwing away food is not different than stealing from the plate of the poor and
Last
hunger.
30 seconds.
Our greedy and gluttony comes at the price someone else's life. Before I go, let me tell you something. Before you ever throw your food away again, think about those millions of people out there who are fighting for that grain of food just for extinguish the burning of their stomach. Do you? It might just be a morsel. To them, it's a their chance at life. Thank you.
Time up.
Okay, good Shweta. Always putting across from the heart and very interesting way of putting across. This food wastage, many of us must have witnessed, at least I have witnessed, when I saw someone finding food or searching some pieces of food in a garbage. And that moment really shook me, that sight. As such, I believe the philosophy of uh, we live for different aim. Food is just supplementary. We don't live for eating only. So when there are some dissatisfaction or quarrel or arguments regarding the quality of food in home or in friend circle, we need to review what Shweta was saying. How many people are deprived of having proper meals? This is a fact. In the world, many crores of people are not having enough food, and there are people who are throwing it. We need to really understand that we are blessed if we are having enough food or the choices of food. There are other unfortunate part of our world who are not getting what they at least get. So this is a very very sentimental and a very serious issue, very very serious issue. Next time if something is not up to the mark test wise or quantity wise in home, we can remind ourselves whatever is coming, we are fortunate. This is very interesting and which will make us humble. And once these small small things teach us to be humble, we are growing up. That is very important to note Good, Shweta. A very interesting way of putting across. Anyone else? Any point? Okay, today what cropped up is about have faith, you will reach to your destiny. Have faith. And डोंट बी ऑफ द ओपिनियन कि यही होगा तभी ज़िंदगी है, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. देर आर enough opportunities in life. You just keep working sincerely, your life will take to a best possible platform. Just have belief. Mark my words, maybe after 20 years somewhere we meet, many of you I don't know also, but somewhere we meet, encounter, you will say I was correct. You will reach to your deserving or more than deserving destiny. Let me put across in a straight way. I feel I am getting more than what I deserve. So maybe at my age, you will also have similar opinion. Just broaden your mind, be humble, be sincere, and first start helping yourself. It is a deep meaning statement. Help yourself. Okay, with this we'll end. Have a good day. Bye. Jai Hind.
Hey,
Good
sir.
Jai
day.
Hind, sir.